Hey, Porch Chronicles, I want to tell y'all a story. The reason why I'm so proud of the authentic person that I am now is because I always been a big crybaby, but I stopped being one when I was real young because I noticed how it was it wasn't good for me to be a big crybaby. So I stopped being a crybaby in elementary school. And I started being tough. Now I always been tall and I always been big. So nobody really bothered me as far as trying to fight me. They'd talk about me, bully me, talk about my glasses, talk about my weight, but nobody ever tried to put their hands on me because I became mean. No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a big crybaby, but I had to put that persona on that I was mean. I only been in 2 fights in my whole life, and they weren't even with females. They were with boys that would touch on me, and I would tell them not to touch me. So this is a story about when we was in middle school. In the neighborhood I grew up in, I had a best friend when we was real young. Her name was Melanie Lotta. She followed me on here. And she always had a real sweet spirit. I used to spend the night at her house a lot. She was the only child. And I became mean in elementary school, but I was never mean to her. We was real good friends. She knew the real me, but everybody else didn't see that part, that me. So she was real sweet, and she still is real sweet. And I was the same type of sweet, but I had put a mask on at a young age because of the bullying. So when we got in, we might have been in elementary and we might have been going into middle, but I think we were still in elementary. When she would get bullied, I would be like, don't be letting them talk to you like that. Because if you bully me, I'll talk back to you, but I ain't never going to fight. And you would have to put your hands on me and make me fight you. I just never, but nobody never tried to fight me because of my height and my weight. So she real petite, little skinny thing. So she used to get bullied and come to me and cry. And I'd be like, don't be letting them talk to you like that, blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. And I was like, you got to stand up for yourself. Because I would stand up for myself. My mouth was treacherous. But I ain't never have to fight because of my stature. People ain't going to fight you too much quick when you a big chick. And I ain't never been a little one. So she would always come to me and cry on my shoulder. And I'd be like, stop letting them make you cry. Because I stopped crying. I put all my feelings away when I was real young. I stopped crying about it, and I got a smart-ass mouth, and I was, I acted like a big dog, but I wasn't. So she couldn't do that because her sweetness stayed. My sweetness left because I bottled up my emotions and put them down. That's what I'm talking about. Those emotions and me putting them down when I was a little girl made me mean. It made me mean. It made me put all the authentic part of me away that loved dolls, that loved Disney, that loved the stars, that loved sitting outside. All of those things that make me weird, or people say that makes me weird now, I don't mind spending time by myself. But I had to learn that again because I tried to fit in with what everybody thought I was supposed to do. That's why me being so old and going back to loving who I really am authentically is a big deal to me. Yes, I get emotional. Yes, I get emotional, and I'm not afraid of that anymore. I'm not afraid of my feelings. And I used to not understand why she wouldn't fight for herself. And I used to be like, you better fight them. Stop coming. And it was so bad between me and her that she would let them bully her and she would come cry to me. And I would tell her, if she don't fight them, I'm going to fight her. Because I would be like, don't keep letting them make you cry. Because I stopped letting them make me cry. But then look what it did to me. It caused so much damage that was going to carry into my future, which is now, my present. That didn't happen to her. She ended up getting married, having a bunch of babies, and been married for a long, long time. She allowed her feelings to come out when she had them. I didn't. I pushed mine down, and now all of that is coming up in me, and it's the real me now. This is the real me that I used to be afraid for people to see. The one that cries, the one that I used to couldn't understand. Why do I cry when I watch TV all the time? If somebody put an emotion on TV before I started feeling my own feelings, I would cry the whole time because those were the emotions I wouldn't let out. The only way I could let them out was through TV, but now I let them out because they need to be let out. I actually process my feelings now. Yes, I'm proud of myself. Do I feel janky doing this? Hell yeah, I don't be wanting to do that. I don't be wanting people to see me cry. But I be wanting people to know that I'm not the only one out there, and don't feel bad about the journey that you need to go on or that you are on, because you are perfect. You've always been perfect. You always will be perfect, but you got to love yourself. I love you, Porch Chronicles.